at any time from this Saints side, on both sides of the pitch as well. So certainly there's that. If Walmsley's 80% fit, it's going to be tough for Wigan to win. If Walmsley's 60% fit, 70% fit, it's going to be hard for Saints to win, I think.
I think that's fair. Yeah, I mean it's going to come down to very small margins. So it'll be something like that would do it.
Because most of the players on both of the sides would be in the best 4 players in that position in Super League, in the best 3 or 4 players in that position in Super League.
Yeah, without a
doubt. I think maybe Wigan's bench offers a bit more than Saints' bench, and that could be a factor around the half-time point as well. But I'm going Wigan, obviously. Heart over head heart over whatever else on this one. I'm going Wigan because why not at this stage of this season? Wigan by 4 for me.
Yeah, fair enough.
And I think the Harry Sunderland Award will go to Bevan French. He'll have 1 or 2 plays in the second half. Because if this is anything like that Origin game that was played with massive intensity for 65, 70 minutes and then frantic craziness for 10, 15 minutes, I think the one player on the pitch who's the most capable of taking control of that frantic craziness is Bevan French, because he has the pace and the skill, but also the awareness and the vision.
Yeah, he almost rides the craziness and cuts through it, doesn't he?
Yeah.
In his own way. So, I think I would expect him to do well if...
That's my hope. But I think it's one of the fullbacks or the other for man of the match.
Yeah, I think either one of them is likely. And it could well be that whoever gets it is on the losing side, because they could easily have a fantastic performance and still come up short overall, and they would still be the standout player.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be the last game for everyone to get their fan views in on anyway, so make sure you look out for the links to the Google form to get your fan views in on that final. Hopefully we'll just be talking about the 34 players on the pitch, and there'll be no controversy outside of that. Okay, that is our prediction for the grand final. We're now going to move into the wrap-up.
Hey.
Last couple of times you've been on, Tim, you've done a quiz for me, so I thought it was about time I got back in the quiz chair for you. So, the Super League Dream Team is the theme of the quiz.
Okay.
And then once we've done the quiz, we can talk a little bit around Super League Dream Team a bit, because I've got a few stats to go through to talk about of the Dream Team over the years. But question 1 is, there were 8 different clubs represented in this year's Super League Dream Team, which is the joint highest, actually, with 8 different clubs also being represented in 2007. But can you tell me what the lowest number of different clubs represented in a Dream Team was? And it's happened 5 times, by the way.
I am going to guess at 5.
No, it's 4.
Wow.
In 96, 2001, 2005, 2016 and 2018, the Dream Team featured players from only 4 sides. That's by my numbers that I cobbled together yesterday evening, so I could be wrong. But yeah, 4 it's definitely 4. It's just whether it's happened 5 times or that I might be wrong about. But yeah, like those sides, so the 2018 side was dominated by Castleford players. The 2016 side was dominated by... Sorry, the 2018 side was dominated by St Helens players, sorry. 2016 was dominated weirdly by Hull FC players. They won the cup, didn't they? And they got to the semi-finals, actually. They had a strong year. 2005 was dominated by St Helens players. 96 was dominated by Wigan and St Helens. So yeah, and I can't remember the makeup of the 2001 side, actually, off the top of my head. But there you go. Question 2. Can you name the 4 players who retained their place from the 2019 Dream Team by being named in the 2020 side?
Conrad Hurrell.
Yep.
Liam Farrell.
Liam Farrell is correct.
Johnny Lomax.
No. You've got 1 back and 1 forward to name.
Walmsley.
No. But the forward is from St Helens.
Morgan Knowles.
Morgan Knowles is, yeah. And then the other one may or may not have cameoed in Hollywood films in the 1990s.
No idea.
Ash Hanley.
A bit of a cleaner. Yeah,
Alien
there you
Head.
go. Yeah.
For Handley, Hurrell and Knowles, it was their second overall appearance, so they've only appeared in the last 2, so they're on a good run there, though. For Farrell, it's his third. And actually, this year, he's the player that's been in the most dream teams of any player in this year's side, Liam Farrell at 3. The team has a total 20 combined. This team in total has 20 combined Dream Team appearances. This year's team, only 2019 with 18 combined appearances, and the first 2 years, 1996, so 13 13 total appearances, obviously, because they can't have appeared in one before, and 97 where it had 17 total combined appearances. Only those 3 years had fewer combined Dream Team appearances in the team that was named than this year's team. So we're seeing the last 2 years, we're seeing a new breed of talent, I suppose, arguably, stepping up through the Super League ranks, which is a positive, I think. And question 3. 22 different clubs have completed a full season in Super League. Okay?
Yeah.
17 different clubs have been represented at least once in the Dream Team since 1996. Can you name the 5 clubs that haven't been represented in a Dream Team? And we aren't including Toronto because they never played a full season. So it's 5 teams, not Toronto, that have played in Super League but haven't had a player in a Dream Team.
Lee Centurions.
Correct.
Right. Paris Saint-Germain.
Yes.
Crusaders.
Yes.
Workington.
Yes. One more to get. I mean, it doesn't narrow it down massively, but they did have a story in this week's news roundup.
Oldham.
Yes, Oldham.
Oh,
5 out of 5. So in total, I'll give you Morgan Knowles. You got 8 out of 10 in today's quiz. So the full list of number of appearances for the rest of the clubs that have played. Okay. With 1 Dream Team appearance, Widnes and Halifax. So Kevin Brown in 2014 and Gavin Clinch in 1998 were their sole appearances. So when your only appearances are halfbacks, then done something right, I guess.
Yeah.
2 appearances, Sheffield and Gateshead. So it was props both times for Sheffield, Broadbent in 97 and Lawton in 98. Matt Daylight and Willie Peters were in the side for Gateshead in 1999. So their 1 season in Super League, they had more players get in the Dream Team than Widnes have had. In their 9 or 10 Super League seasons. With next in the list 3, London, they had representatives in each of the first 3 seasons. Peter Gill twice and Steele Rechlis once. I was amazed that Dennis Moran didn't get in there.
Try-scoring years. Or Purdon never made it as a loose forward.
Well, his problem was that it was basically Sean O'Loughlin, Paul Sculthorpe, and Andy Farrell was before Purdon, weren't he?
Yeah.
But yeah, Kevin Sinfield and Sean O'Loughlin, I guess, were his main problem there. Salford have had 5. 2019 was the only time they had more than one player in the dream team, when they had Hastings and Jones in there. But they've had 5 in total. Hull KR, your Hull KR, Tim, they've had 6 appearances in the dream team, but 4 of those 6 appearances came in 2009. Can you guess the players?
Velafella?
No. 2 other Aussie forwards. Well, one's American, apparently.
Oh, God. Clint Newton?
Yeah. Who was his second row partner?
Justin Poor?
No, it was Bengalia.
Yeah.
Peter Fox and Michael Dobson were the other 2. That year, 2009, Hull KR actually matched the champions Leeds for the most represented club that year with 4 in that side. The Catalans Dragons have had 8 representatives.
Well, next year it'll be Ryan Hall as well. So.
Prop. Catalans have had 8. Scott Giroux and Remy Casti for them are the only 2-time appearances for Dragons. So they're their main names. Wakefield have had 9. No player has had 2 appearances whilst playing at Wakefield. So no players played in the Dream Team twice for Wakefield. Some have gone on to play in Dream Teams for other sides when they played at other clubs as well. But they did have 3 different players in the 2018 side. So those 3 could potentially appear again in the future. Tom Johnston, we would think, would get a chance at that. Huddersfield have had 12. They had 5 players from their 2013 League Leaders Shield winning side got into the Dream Team that year. So obviously that was their main year of that 12. They did have Stephen Wilde breaking the Sinfield, O'Loughlin, Sculthorpe, Farrell hold on the loose forward position one year as well. Hull FC have had 18, and 6 players made the 2016 side, the year that they won the Cup and made the playoff semi-finals. Next comes 2021's 12th club, Bradford Bulls. They've had 19 people get in the Dream Team. They actually had a Dream Team representative every year between 1999 and 2005. Oh, how the mighty have fallen since. Elliot Whitehead got 1 appearance after that, though, as well, though. 21 for Warrington. Chris Hill and Ben Westwood have both had 3 Dream Team appearances for Warrington. Chris Hill granted a testimonial for next year, so congratulations to him on that. Castleford have had 22.
Wow.
Yeah, but when you think they've had 5 Men of Steel in the last 22 seasons, that, they'll be in the sides for those years. But they dominated the Dream Team with 6 players in 2017 and have had at least 1 representative in 6 of the last 7 years as well of Castleford. So it's been a boom time for the Tigers. 54 is the amount of players that Leeds have had get Dream Team appearances. They've had a Dream Team representative in all but 4 of the Super League seasons, and they have 5 players aside in 3 separate seasons, 04, 08 and 14. Jamie Peacock's record 11 appearances in total includes 6 with Leeds and 5 with Bradford. 65 times St Helens players have been played in the Dream Team, or named in the Dream Team, sorry. So only the 2003, 2013 and 2016 seasons were years that didn't have any St Helens representative, and within that, those other years, they had 6 in 2005, 7 in 2018. And Kieran Cunningham's got their record with 7 appearances, James Roby having 6 appearances. So there you go. I guess splitting time for them was a bit of an issue for a period, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And Wigan have had 74. So Wigan have had the most Dream Team appearances. 2005 not that surprisingly, is the only year that Wigan didn't have a Dream Team player. Jason Robinson was in the first 5 Dream Teams before he left for Union, so he had a 100% record in his career in Super